Hello everyone and welcome to the Great English Podcast, the show where we make learning English enjoyable. I'm your host, Catherine. In this episode, we explain common English words and phrases in simple language. So let's get started and make English simple together.
Okay, what are the words today, Catherine?
Today's words are to clarify, to innovate, to stumble upon, to keep up with, and to play it by ear. Let's dive into the first word.
Great! The first word is to clarify. To clarify means to make something clearer or easier to understand. It's about removing confusion and ensuring that everyone understands the information.
Exactly. For example, if you clarify instructions, you explain them in a way that is easy to follow. Clarifying can help prevent misunderstandings and mistakes.
Here are some example sentences. Can you clarify what you mean by that? This means asking someone to explain their statement more clearly.
Another example is, the teacher clarified the homework assignment. This means the teacher explained the homework in a way that made it easier for the students to understand.
Those are great examples. Now, let's have a sample dialogue using to clarify.
Hey, Sarah, can you clarify the details of our project meeting tomorrow?
Sure. The meeting is at 10 a.m. in the conference room, and we'll be discussing the new marketing strategy.
Thanks for clarifying that. I'll be ready for the meeting.
No problem. It's important to clarify the details to avoid any confusion.
That was a good dialogue to show how to clarify can be used in a conversation. Mark, have you ever had to clarify something important?
Yes, I had to clarify the instructions for a team project at work. It helped everyone understand their tasks and work more efficiently.
That's amazing. How did you make sure everyone understood?
I went through the instructions step by step and answered any questions. This ensured that everyone was on the same page.
That's a great example. Clarifying information can really help us achieve our goals.
Absolutely. It's important to make sure everyone understands what needs to be done. We hope our listeners find this explanation and dialogue helpful.
I hope so too. Okay, the next word is to innovate.
To innovate means to introduce new ideas, methods, or products. It's about being creative and finding new ways to do things.
Exactly. For example, if you innovate in your work, you come up with new ideas that improve processes or create new products. Innovation can lead to growth and success.
Here are some example sentences. The company innovates to stay ahead of the competition. This means the company introduces new ideas to maintain its competitive edge.
Another example is, she innovated a new way to organize her workspace. This means she has created a new method to keep her workspace more efficient and tidy.
Those are great examples. Now, let's have a sample dialogue using to innovate.
Hi, John. How are you coming up with new ideas for our project?
I've been trying to innovate by thinking outside the box. I've come up with some unique solutions that I think will work well.
That's fantastic. Innovation can really set us apart from the competition.
Exactly. I'm excited to see how these new ideas can improve our project.
That was a good dialogue to show how to innovate can be used in a conversation. Catherine, have you ever innovated something in your work or personal life?
Yes, I innovated a new system for managing my time more effectively. It helped me stay organized and get more done.
That's fantastic. How did you come up with the new system?
I analyzed my daily tasks and identified areas where I could save time. Then I created a new schedule that maximized my productivity.
That's a great example. Innovating can lead to significant improvements in our lives.
Absolutely. It's important to be open to new ideas and ways of doing things. We hope our listeners find this explanation and dialogue helpful.
I hope so too. Okay, the next word is to stumble upon.
To stumble upon means to find something by chance. It's about discovering something unexpected.
Exactly. For example, if you stumble upon an interesting book at the library, you find it without looking for it. Stumbling upon something can lead to pleasant surprises.
Here are some example sentences. She stumbled upon a great restaurant while walking through the city. This means she found a restaurant by chance, and it turned out to be great.
Another example is, he stumbled upon an old friend at the market. This means he unexpectedly met an old friend while shopping.
Those are great examples. Now, let's have a sample dialogue using to stumble upon.
Hey Lucy, did you find anything interesting at the flea market?
Yes, I stumbled upon a vintage record player. It was a great find.
That's awesome. It's always exciting to stumble upon something unique.
Absolutely. It made my day to find such a cool item by chance.
That was a good dialogue to show how to stumble upon can be used in a conversation. Mark, have you ever stumbled upon something interesting?
Yes, I once stumbled upon a hidden hiking trail in the woods. It was a beautiful path that I hadn't seen before.
That's wonderful. How did you feel when you found it?
I was thrilled. It felt like a little adventure, discovering something new and unexpected.
That's a great example. Stumbling upon new things can add excitement to our lives.
It's important to stay open to new things. We hope our listeners find this explanation and dialogue helpful.
I hope so too. Okay, the next word is to keep up with.
To keep up means to stay informed or updated about something. It's about staying current with new information or developments.
Exactly. For example, if you keep up with the news, you regularly read or watch the news to stay informed. Keeping up with things can help you stay knowledgeable and prepared.
Here are some example sentences. She keeps up with the latest fashion trends. This means she stays updated on the newest fashion styles.
Another example is, he keeps up with his studies to maintain good grades. This means he regularly studies to ensure he does well in school.
Those are great examples. Now, let's have a sample dialogue using to keep up with.
Hi, Tom. How do you stay informed about industry trends?
I read a lot of articles and follow experts on social media. It helps me keep up with the latest developments.
That's a great strategy. Keeping up with trends can give you a competitive edge.
Exactly. It's important to stay updated in our fast-changing world.
That was a good dialogue to show how to keep up with it can be used in a conversation. Catherine, how do you keep up with new information?
I subscribe to newsletters and join professional groups. They provide valuable insights and updates.
That's fantastic. How do you manage to keep up with everything?
I set aside time each day to read and stay informed. It's a habit that keeps me well prepared.
That's a great example. Keeping up with the latest information can help us stay ahead.
It's important to stay proactive and informed. We hope our listeners find this explanation and dialogue helpful.
The next word is to play it by ear.
To play it by ear means to act without a plan and adapt as things happen. It's about being flexible and making decisions as you go along.
Exactly. For example, if you play it by ear during a trip, you don't have a set itinerary and decide what to do as you go. Playing it by ear allows for spontaneity and adaptability.
Here are some example sentences. Let's not plan everything. We can play it by ear. This means deciding to be spontaneous and not make detailed plans.
Another example is, she didn't prepare a speech and decided to play it by ear. This means she spoke without a script and adapted as she talked.
Those are great examples. Now, let's have a sample dialogue using to play it by ear.
Hey, Jane, do you have plans for the weekend?
Not really. I thought I'd just play it by ear and see what happens.
That sounds fun. Sometimes it's nice to be spontaneous and go with the flow.
Absolutely. It can lead to unexpected adventures.
That was a good dialogue to show how to play it by ear can be used in a conversation. Mark, have you ever played it by ear in a situation?
Yes, during a vacation, we decided not to plan everything and played it by ear. It turned out to be one of the best trips we've had.
That's fantastic. How did it feel to be so spontaneous?
It was refreshing and exciting. We discovered new places and experiences we hadn't planned for.
That's a great example. Playing it by ear can lead to memorable moments.
We hope our listeners find this explanation and dialogue helpful.
That's all for today's episode. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Great English podcast.
See you next time. Until then, keep learning and stay happy.